Hey guys, what is going on? KingOfEmAll here, and today is finally the day so many of y'all have been waiting for. I know y'all been waiting for this one for a minute, and I'm sorry. The 4K Q&A is finally happening. And the reason for this taking so long is just basically, just the work that goes into making a Q&A. Because first off, when I do my Q&As, I don't do them often. This is the fourth one we've ever done. We've only ever done them at 1, 2, 3, and now 4K subs. They're not something that I do on a random off day. I really saved them because it's become special for us to do them as a subscriber special. And for me, when I do a Q&A, because I don't do them often, but hey, let's do them more, meaning we're going to hit milestones more, maybe, please, yes? But I don't do them often. So when I do them every sub milestone, I want to make sure I answer every question asked, and along with that, I want to give all you guys enough time to ask questions. So we posted the Thank You for 4K video, and I think I gave like 5 or 6 days to ask questions. Then after that, the next day I went through, I gathered up all the questions. Then you got to put them all into Photoshop. You got to review all the questions, sort them, put them all into Photoshop, make the PNG so I can put them on the screen as I read them, do all that, decide an order for the questions, and then finally sit down and answer them. So I know it's taken a long time. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Just know that it's taken a long time because I wanted to make this to the best of my ability. Sure, I could have sat through scroll on my phone and really BS this, but you guys know I really like trying to put my all into all this stuff that we put out. So just thank you guys so much for 4,000 subscribers. We're already on the road to 5K. My personal goal is to hit that by July 11th, which is my birthday. It's going to be tight. I don't know if we can do it, but hell. Thank you guys also so much for the support on all the Twitch streams recently. And yeah, let's get into this 4K Q&A. All right, so the first one, what got you into doing YouTube? So basically, I started watching YouTube because of the game NHL 11. I got the game NHL 11 for Xbox 360 because I remember my one friend at school played NHL, and I just always loved the NHL game, so I wanted to get it. My one buddy played it, my other buddy played it, and I just wanted to get it and play because the only NHL I ever had was 06. So I got the game, and I sucked. I mean, I was so bad. I remember my one buddy would literally use like the worst team in the game. I would use the All-Stars, and he would still beat me like 5-0. Like, it was embarrassing to a point. So all I wanted to do is get better. So I'm like, okay, let me go online, let me watch the tutorials. So I went into YouTube, I watched a bunch of tutorials. I found this channel called 2BC Productions, Johnny Superman and his brother, the Great Domsky. They did a bunch of NHL 11 and 12 when that game came out tutorials, along with some just personality content that I fell in love with. So I found these dudes because of their tutorials, and ultimately stayed just because I loved all their other videos. And that was the first YouTube channel I really got attached to. It was them and Chris Smoove. I watched those two guys. I remember before I had a YouTube account, I remember going to their channel, just looking up their videos every day, because along with NHL at that time, I was really into NBA 2K11. And like, I can still remember, after watching them for a while, I'm like, damn, like this would be really cool to do. The one channel, 2BC, had like probably 10,000 subs at the time, and I'm like, this would be really cool to do. Like, I want to make these videos, I want to have an audience. And like back then, 12 years old, I didn't know any of the monetary things that come from it. I didn't know people were doing this for a living. I thought it was just the coolest thing. People put videos on this platform and people actually watch them constantly every single day. And since then, I'm like, yo, I want to do that. So I remember when NHL 12 came out, I was still watching those. And the first videos like I ever recorded, I didn't even end up putting them out, but the ones I recorded, I had, that's when we still all bought our games from GameStop before we really bought games from digital games. So I stacked up on this little table like 20 bookcases in front, not bookcases, video game cases, and like another 30 behind it. So I propped up my phone like this, and I took all the time to make sure it was showing just the TV screen, no borders, no nothing. And I like taped it so it would stay there, and that's how I like first initially recorded my gameplay. Then I remember a couple months later, I got money for like my birthday or something, and I bought an HD PVR gaming edition. I actually still have, I'm gonna go get it. This thing right here, an HD PVR gaming edition. I bought this, I believe, back in 2012, I want to say. And it was funny because the first videos I uploaded were a mix of NHL videos and Modern Warfare 3 videos with my friends. We had like a clan back then, which I would be a team now, but we made like some commentaries and just some random stuff. But the funny thing is, as I always talk about, we were never into the COD side of things. I never got hooked on watching any of this stuff back in the day. And the funny thing is, like, I remember we made like a private match trick-shotting montage, and I still have all these videos. They're up, they're all privated, but I still have the login to the channel, which is amazing. embarrassing. Going back and watching myself make cut commentaries when I was like 13 years old is the funniest thing ever. I am going to show those videos one day on this channel. When that day is, I don't know, but it's going to be for some super duper subscriber milestone. But yeah, I mean, I remember when I wanted to get this, I'm like, Mom, I want to buy this because it like records your gameplay. And she didn't really understand the YouTube stuff, so I didn't really get in all that, but I'm like, I just want to buy it to record your gameplay. And my one cousin who always played Xbox with me, who ended up making a lot of the videos, and he was like a part of our clan team, whatever you want to call it, she like asked him, because like I was with him one day, and she's like, do you think that would be cool to have? Like, should I let him buy this thing with his money? Because it was like $150, and he's like, yeah, let him get it. And I don't know if that's what pushed it over, but I got to get the HD PVR, and you know, we've been recording for the last, wow, I mean, probably 8 years almost now. It's crazy. All right, number 2, ones like these, when it's like the same type of question asked, I want to show them all on the screen so I can read them all, and so everyone's question shows up. But what kept you motivated to grind every day? King, love you, bro. Love you too, Monty. How do you feel about making it to 4K after all the ups and downs? Did you ever lose faith? How does it feel to hit 4K, and how do you feel about the kingdom? I love you guys so much. What keeps you going, dude? YouTube is getting hard for smaller channels, and you just keep chugging along, and it's nothing. It's awesome. So basically, if you guys don't know, I know a lot of you guys aren't from this time frame, but back in like 2018, we were doing super good on the channel. We were doing super good on like the streaming side. The videos weren't doing all that, but I don't know. The streams were doing great, and we were gaining all these subs. And from playing Modern Warfare 2 and a couple of the older Call of Duties at that time as well, it was really like a blow up time for that community. That was like when Fortnite was getting hot and a bunch of stuff, and all these people were subbing, but I kind of slowly drifted into that new Fortnite hype, and I honestly got burnt out of playing Modern Warfare 2 because we were just doing it so much. So I kind of started drifting away, so those people stopped coming back, and this is all important to the motivation thing now. But so slowly but surely, I kind of killed off my channel and killed off my hype. So where we were going from gaining 10 to 15 subs a stream, we were backing up, people were unsubbing, and the channel was basically dead. And then eventually after the Fortnite phase, I went back to streaming Call of Duty, but the channel was even deader than when I was streaming Fortnite, because I had this COD base, switched to a Fortnite base, built up a Fortnite base, and tried to go back to this COD base, and it just did not work at all. And I remember we were down, we were doing terrible, and I just kind of knew it was because of my choices. And I ultimately took a break from YouTube, and I think I took like a little break, and I think this, I'm trying to get my timeline right. I remember I took a little break, and I got real mad because like we were still grinding the YouTube stuff, and but anyways, eventually like I quit YouTube for a while. Like we hit 3K because a dude raided us. This dude Nightshame, I don't know if you remember him, but that's the only reason we hit 3K. We were never going to hit 3K subs. Like, literally, the channel was that dead. And he rated us, somehow got us to 3K. We got to do our 3K Q&A and stuff. And things were going so good. But the channel, like, it was going nowhere. It was all because of the things I've done and how I handled it. And don't get me wrong, I know that. And so I was just kind of fed up with it. Like, I was blaming it on YouTube, blaming it on the algorithm. I was, like, my thoughts were like, oh, I'm going back doing what everyone wanted me to see. And now they're all gone. Like, yeah, like, they forgot about me. Like, not like your channel with 1K subs. You're not, like, you know, that's that. So anyways, channel's written off. I never thought, like, we hit 3K, and just the way the channel was looking, I thought things were done. We were dead. And basically, I was just pissed off at the website. I pissed off at the algorithm. I'm like, why is this happening? So took a break from YouTube, really didn't know what to do here, and I didn't want to stop creating content because I didn't want to go on another break. So I went over to Twitch for a while. Because I still wanted to create, and Twitch was fun, don't get me wrong. We were over there for probably 4 or 5 months, like, every single day, you know, not focusing on YouTube, not uploading. I think the only thing I uploaded was like one update video and one stream highlights video. And then Modern Warfare 2019 came around. Just this ties into all of it. So just let me finish the story. I'm sorry if you guys are kind of confused when I'm going over this, but Modern Warfare 2019 came out, and we were like 1 week into this new game, and it just kind of hit me like, I really missed making videos. And, you know, I really felt based on my prior experiences that I could go back and do it right. But I'm just like, it was still those bad thoughts like, oh, the algorithm, I'm never going to have my chance, blah, blah, blah. And talking to Shy one night, and I'm just telling him like, bro, like, I want to go back, but blah, blah, blah. And he's like, bro, like, if you want to go back, just do it. And, you know, I was really thinking about it, and I'm like, all right, like, we've been through all this. Like, if things go good, I know what to do now. And I was just basically like, if I'm going to go back, I'm going to learn everything. I started trying to watch videos about the algorithm, how the platform worked, and it's come to find out, like, I wasn't even really in the algorithm, being so small, like, you have to get to a certain point. But besides the fact, I just wanted to learn everything, so I just kept trying to study and do everything, and it just kind of hit me one night. You know, I thought to myself, I'm like, in 10 years, bro, you know, and life is totally different. I can't even imagine where it's going to be at that point. All I could think to myself is, like, do I really want to look back and think about how I just gave up, like, on this, you know, the dream that I acquired when I was 10 or 11 years old, that I got to start pursuing at 13 because of this freaking box right here with all these component cables. do I really want to look back and think that I just gave up? And I'm like, no, so I'm like, I'm going to go back. It's going to be hard. It's going to be like starting fresh, starting a new channel. Maybe a little easier because I'm sure we still have a few people that are going to be here through all this. And that's basically how it was. But the first video back did way better than I thought. And I just kind of ran with it and just been grinding and grinding and grinding since November. And it's July now. So we have November, December. We have almost 7 months back in the grind and things are going so good. We've turned it around. But that's just my motivation, man. Like, I see how much of a community there is for Modern Warfare 2. I see the lack of Modern Warfare content while we do the personality side. And my motivation at this point is just like, I've seen all these random channels blow up off of Modern Warfare 2, all these classic CODs in the last couple of years. And at this point, I'm just like, why not us, man? Like, why can't I get just why not? And I'm really at the point where, like, I'm not stressing about numbers. I'm not stressing about anything. Like, I'm just going to put this work in and try and get my chance to at least know if we don't make it. It's one of those things where I gave it my all. I did everything I knew I could possibly do. It's not where I gave up, like I tried my hardest and it just wasn't meant to be. Like, I can at least somewhat live with that, or I can be like, I wish I could have just got that break. I don't know what else I could have did, but when I can't live with the fact that I was ready to give up and quit, so that's my motivation, man. Just the love I have for this platform, just the ups and downs, the hard times, because them hills and valleys are really rough, especially when they're all new and just hitting you, man. And in a way, like, I'm almost thankful we didn't blow up back in 2018 when we were doing no good things, because I probably would have killed the channel off worse than I did. Just, I don't know. It was like, I just wish I would have been a little smarter, but I'm just hoping it's one of those things where it all happened for a reason and we're able to be here now for a reason, and I can continue to use my knowledge and everything I've learned, and we're going to keep doing our thing, uploading, streaming, and hopefully just get our chance, man, and it's not possible without all you guys out there. I know these first couple questions were long, and it's kind of how I did it, so the people who watch us a lot can just understand what we do, why we do it, and all that stuff. But just thank you guys so much for giving me the chance to have this platform. I'm sorry that this was a long answer, but on to the next question. Are you going to play Warzone this month? You tried Dead by Daylight. Congrats on 4K. Thank you, Wicked Bunny. Would you ever try Dead by Daylight out? Will you ever play different games? Are you going to do any story games, streaming? Are you going to be ever experimenting on other FPS games? Are we going to be playing other games? And for the time being, the answer is most likely no. Everyone always asks me, like, are you going to do other stuff, blah, 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 and the answer to that currently is no, because what I've learned on YouTube, especially when you're small, is you really got to stick to your niche. And our niche is Modern Warfare 2. I love making content on Modern Warfare 2, so it's very easy for me to continue to make the Modern Warfare 2 content. And the best way I can put it is look at it here. Modern Warfare 2 is the thing that brings all of us together, okay? So now when I go out and do other stuff, now it's going to kind of mess up everything we got going for us, because not only everyone comes in from here, and here. Now only like these couple people like that, so they're gonna go here, and we're not big enough like Jev or someone where if I go and make a Minecraft video, we're not gonna get 300,000 views because we're us, to the point where we're gonna get enough hype to where it's gonna get pushed into people who like that content. We're small, man. How this platform is, we gotta grind out our niche so we can get those opportunities potentially in the future. If I am gonna try anything else out currently, it would most likely be Warzone, because Warzone's the hottest thing out right now, and from what I know, 90% of you guys like Warzone, so I would be okay with making a Warzone video or streaming it one day. But the best answer I can give is not at the moment, because like I said, Modern Warfare 2 is a game that brings us all together. And as a small YouTuber, you really got to stick to our niche, and that is our niche. So yeah, at the moment, we're going to keep grinding out Modern Warfare 2. I do want to make it my first time playing Warzone video because I haven't tried it, but I hope you guys can really understand where I'm coming from here. Modern Warfare 2 is our glue, and we don't want to separate. We don't want to get away from that. How'd you get so much confidence with bringing yourself to having so much dedication to one game? I can really say the confidence thing just really came over time. It's really funny, like, just going back and watching the old videos, like, thinking I'm confident, thinking I'm this, and thinking just whatever you were thinking at that time, and just realizing how bad the content was. I love watching videos, like, on my channel from when I first started creating to now, and just seeing the content progression, and I think that's just a real confidence booster over time. No one's going to be good at something when you first start, so my thing is just, like, learning, building up, and the thing is dedication to one game. Over the years, like I was just talking about the last question, I've really learned you got to have your niche, and my favorite thing to do, pretty much off of all the games I've done, off to all the content and created that has the best community and everything, is Modern Warfare 2. So it's a game I love, it has a great community, and we're doing great on it, and I have so much fun every day playing it. I don't get tired. I don't feel like I have to force myself to do it. Like, I genuinely enjoy it, so that's where that dedication comes from. Will you ever play hide and seek with your fans? Most Saturdays, bro, we run the open lobbies. We've been playing Mike Myers a lot. I know we didn't last Saturday because that was the first Twitch stream, so I didn't want to overcomplicate things with trying to set up a stream. It was a rusty start already and trying to run a lobby on top of it. But as you guys know, most Saturday nights we do the open lobbies, so make sure you come out to one. We've been playing a lot of Mike Myers. We've also been getting some requests for some other game modes. We might do that soon. But we've been playing a lot of hide and seek. Mike Myers has been a ton of fun. I'd love to see you guys out for one of them. All right, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered questions. If you could develop Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, what would you do? I would personally tone down noob tubes. I would change so one-man army doesn't replenish your noob tubes. I'd probably nerf Commando Pro knives and just knifing in general a pinch. I'm trying to think what else. Just basically take the super OP stuff in the game that would most likely drive the community away and just tone it down a little bit. Now, I know there's going to be fast time to kill with the guns, and that's cool. But just as far as the stuff, one-man army, noob tubes, that type of stuff that gets spammed in lobbies that everybody hates, probably tone that down a little bit so it's going to have a little bit of more longevity. Get rid of supply drops from Modern Warfare Remastered. Bring a microtransaction system in from like Modern Warfare 2019 because that's the most successful one so far. Because there has to be microtransactions. So, I'm just talking like what they need in the game and stuff they can tone down to hopefully bring the game longevity. Do you think Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer will be coming out anytime soon, or do you think that they won't because they don't want to split the community? I kind of am losing hope that it's going to come out anytime soon. With Warzone being the hottest thing out right now and COD 2020 only being 5 months away, it really doesn't leave the game that much of a window. Like, what are people going to play for 3 months and buy stuff from the store for 3 months? Then that could potentially damage COD 2020's release. And Warzone, like I always say, is the highest selling Call of Duty of all time, and it's the most successful as far as microtransactions and revenue goes. So I really couldn't see the multiplayer remaster coming out, honestly, until like next June. Because like this Warzone life cycle is going to last just about until the new COD 2020 comes out. They haven't announced any delays, so there's really no time frame for this game to come out. And COD 2020, we have to give it probably like 5, 6, 7 months, especially if it's a good game, before that hype dies down. And maybe once they see a dip in that game, they'll release the multiplayer remaster to give themselves as a company like a boost until the next Call of Duty comes out. That's just some thoughts. I really don't know when this game could release. It just seems like the time window's closing. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Probably right now, Jev of all time. Like I said, would probably be 2BC, just for the factor of them. They were the first channel that I ever wanted to subscribe to. They were the ones who got me into YouTube. That was a channel I remember running home every day from, not literally running, but you know what I mean, every day from middle school, hopping on my first ever laptop, wanting to watch, talking to all my friends who played NHL about Johnny, Superman, and all them dudes. So just the longevity and how much they've inspired me, and it's so funny, man, going to watch some of my old videos, literally trying to talk like them, trying to be like them. It's crazy. So like all-time favorite YouTuber would probably be them, even though I really don't watch that much anymore. I'm just not too much into the NHL community anymore. I'm more in the COD stuff. But currently, Jev, definitely Jev. He's a dude I want to watch daily. He's really the only one from back like the 2016 time frame when I got back into YouTube, and I always talk about having a subscription box like full of daily uploads. He's really the only one left still uploading just about daily, so definitely the boy Jev. Spending in 3.5K, you're kind of an inspiration. I'm very blessed to do that, man. Thank you. Hopefully we make it 10K by the end of the year. That's the goal, and hopefully more. How did I find a certain genre of videos to do? The best thing I can say about that is when I started my channel, I did a bunch of different stuff. I uploaded Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty videos. I was uploading NHL videos even back in 2016. I was uploading MLB The Show videos and just kind of testing the waters on a bunch of stuff. And then I met Maru, and he kind of just got me to fully sink into the Call of Duty stuff. So the best advice is when you first start, try out a bunch of stuff and then select what you enjoy the most and what you can see yourself doing the most frequently at the highest production and all that stuff as your niche, and grind that out. How's the journey so far, man? It's crazy, dude. We're coming up on a 4-year anniversary. Been here since holy wow. What's my favorite and least favorite memories? Favorite memories has to be hitting 1K. I remember being in school, senior year, I believe it was. I remember sitting there on my phone. A couple dudes were tweeting me, and I remember just seeing the tweets pop up and just like getting so hyped in my seat. I'm like, yeah, like let's go. But other than hitting the 1K, probably beating Maru, because like I always say, man, that dude just shaped me and showed me so many things and introduced me to this, like such another side of everything. And without him, I don't think I'd be doing this right now. I'm sure my channel would have gone on. We still would have making crappy content, and I ultimately would have just failed and stopped doing this. So probably meeting Maru, hitting 1K subs. The open lobbies back from the Twitch days were so amazing. The OG Twitch days, what I mean. That's what really gave us our start here. So I mean, meeting Maru, the open lobbies, hitting our first milestone, just all those times, man. Vital was a ton of fun. We've had so many good times. If you want to see a lot of those good times, I made a video, I think like about a year or so ago now, called My Journey, and I just kind of recap all the highlights from when I started YouTube up until that point. It's like a half-hour video, and it's like a year old, so there's definitely a lot more I can add to it. Maybe I will do that one day. I definitely want to. That would be cool. But just, yeah, there's so many good moments. Too many to remember. Like, I feel bad. Like, I'd probably think about more, like, when I get off here. Asylum, there's another one. Least favorite memories, definitely the couple breaks I went on when my original Elgato broke, and probably just the decisions I made, like I was talking about when we had our initial hype boost back in 2018. Because I feel like if I would have played those cards right, everything would be different now, but I wasn't knowledgeable enough at the time, so it's a really tricky situation. I just try not to think about it much anymore, to be honest. I just try, keep looking out that windshield, man. Don't look out the review mirror. It doesn't help you at all to do so. What are your plans for the channel in a couple years, and you see the next COD being a classic like the first 2 Black Ops games? My plans are definitely to keep doing Modern Warfare 2 content. Modern Warfare 2 has been our backbone. The first video I ever uploaded on this channel was a Modern Warfare 2 video, and the thing I never understood is why I always thought it was a good idea to make Modern Warfare 2 content, play the new COD, go back to Modern Warfare 2, when all those times I should have just kept doing Modern Warfare 2 content even when the new CODs come out, if it was like every other thing. And that's the thing. Plans: Modern Warfare 2 always, COD 2020 when it drops. Might try the Warzone video, but it's not going to be a permanent thing. That just might be like a little one-off. But Modern Warfare 2, COD 2020 when it drops, and when we grow a little more and we can get a camera and just get a little bigger in general to have a little more opportunity, I would definitely love to do some vlogs. I've done 1 or 2 vlogs before, and you guys have loved them. I know a lot of people just love seeing YouTubers out of their gaming setup in the real world doing their thing. Just the change of environment's really nice. So yeah, MW2 COD 2020, as long as it's good. I think it definitely has a lot of potential to be a classic, because I've heard for the shortage of time to try and make up for everything, they're going to copy a lot of stuff from the first 2 Black Ops games and implement it into there. So I mean, if map design is good, no specialists, there's a lot of variables, but I think the game definitely has potential, especially when you look at the time frame it's in. So I'm just praying. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2, COD 2020 for a little bit, and hopefully vlogs one day. Thoughts on Fortnite? I was definitely a fan of Fortnite when it first came out. I actually played Fortnite for a little bit before it actually blew up, so I'm happy I got to see a game in those days. When Fortnite initially blew up, it was a great thing, because when you look at the gaming scene at that time, there really was no games. Video games weren't too popular among the general people anymore, I feel. And then when Fortnite came around, it just blew up. Everybody you knew, if they played video games, if they didn't, guys, girls, literally everybody knew what Fortnite was. Everyone wanted to play Fortnite. It was really like the first big free game in a way, and I definitely think it being free helped a ton. But just, I think Fortnite, as much as we may all hate it now and a lot of people don't like it anymore, it revolutionized gaming. It made so many careers for people. It brought hype back to gaming, and without Fortnite, there's no Warzone. COD wouldn't be back where it is. All the careers that were made off of Warzone and MW this year wouldn't have. So I really think Fortnite really started the uptrend again for the gaming world back in, I believe, late 2017, 2018 it was, if I'm correct. Ooh, I like this one. If you could choose one sub to play Modern Warfare 2 for the rest of your life with, who would it be and why? It would be one of 2 people. One, Maru, because like I said, that was like my OG grind partner on Modern Warfare 2. That was my guy, man. Met him on a free-for-all in Karachi, and I know I bring him up a lot, but it's just literally because he taught me so much, and I just, even though he's not around anymore, really, I mean, I still talk to him, but just so you guys know how much of an inspiration and how much he's helped me to get where we are. It's kind of, I guess you could say, the never forget where you come from type of thing, because without him, we wouldn't be doing this. So it would definitely be him or my buddy Ben. He was another dude I played so much on W2 with, grinded BO2 with in those times, and that dude has literally become like a brother to me, like a family member. It's crazy. I've almost known him for 4 years, met him through the open lobbies that I used to run with Maru, and that dude is just my guy. So it would be hard to choose between them 2, but if I had to pick one homie from the Modern Warfare 2 days, the 2016 days, because that's obviously who I would have to pick from, but definitely Maru or Ben. Those guys are literally family to me now. What's in your PC? I need my boy Firebird for this one, because this is a classic specs moment. Here you go, bro. I'm gonna throw it on the screen for you. That shot set up the one you hit on terminal? No, the one you guys see in the intro every day was not set up. That's funny, because that was my first ever trick shot. Hit it on Maru. If you guys haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. I think it's called I Finally Hit a Shot. So if you go to YouTube and type in I finally hit a shot KingOfEmAll, it'll come up. It's a full free-for-all live commentary 2016 shitty YouTuber styled video. It's hilarious. I love watching it. I'll never forget hitting that shot. It was at 7 in the morning after an all-night grind session. Man, that time was so cool. But I did hit one setup shot in terminal. You'd probably have to dig to find that one. But no, the shot you guys see every day, the 2 trick shots I have in my intro are not set up at all. They're unset up shots, and 2 of my favorites I've ever hit. Ask you a question. Yes, you may. What was the first YouTube video you ever saw? I really don't know because I remember watching YouTube when I was like 5 or 6 years old, when it was like a new thing, probably in like 2007 or whatever it was. Because I remember like my dad introduced me to the website when he found it. I remember he was like, he described it as, yeah, these two guys got together and they're like, we're just gonna make a website where you can just upload whatever you want. But I remember being like, you know, probably 6 or 7. If it's 2007, I would have been 7 or 8. But just going on there looking up old videos, like looking up old Power Ranger videos, you know, cartoons and all this stuff before I even knew about all this stuff. So probably something like that. I really don't know. It's been a part of my life as long as I can remember it being around. What do you like to do in your free time except for gaming? So life is actually pretty busy when it's, you know, normal, unlike now. But, you know, I go to school full time. I work part time in a warehouse. And besides that, just love doing stuff with friends, man. You know, love linking up with friends, chilling with friends, having good times, good moments with them, man. Because that's just fun to me, man. I love being around the homies, love doing fun things, whatever it is. But yeah, definitely just getting together with the friends and whoever. It's a fam too, and just all that stuff. Just love being around people and having good times. Who is your favorite artist? I really don't know if I have one, because the thing for me is like music. I would normally listen to a lot of music either at school while doing schoolwork or at work while working, because I work in a warehouse. There's a lot of time I'll be in the back just, you know, putting stuff away or just doing whatever on my own. So I'll put earbuds in or just play music loud. And without school or work, I really honestly haven't been listening to much music like at home besides on the streams. So I really don't know if I have a favorite artist right now. Like I feel like it's always changing. Like for me, it's just kind of like a, hey, who are you listening to most at this moment? And before we all had to stay at home and all that stuff, I was listening to a lot of Cal Skirby. I was supposed to go see him in Chicago when all this stuff started, but we canceled our trip. I was supposed to go see him on my birthday in July, but I'm sure that's not going to pan out either. But probably definitely some Cal has been like my most recent find, dude. I've been listening to a ton. What's your least favorite primary, secondary, and equipment in W2? So F2000, probably the Thumper, and equipment would be Blast Shield. Besides I Will Survive, do you think any other songs with you? I would love nothing more when this is all over that would be big enough to get said camera like I talked about earlier, come meet up with you and go out and have a full karaoke vlog. That is on the bucket list for sure. Give it time, my friend. Have you learned to prone under the fan trap yet? No. How do you feel about supply drops, and what's the worst game you've ever played? I like supply drops to a point. I don't like when they become a pay-to-win thing. Honestly, when they were first introduced in Advanced Warfare, I never understood what they even were at the time. I remember I just used to always be able to like sell the items I got in them for double XP time. So every time I got a supply drop, I'm like, cool, I get double XP, but I only played the game for like a week, so it really didn't last long. As far as the worst game I ever played, I really don't know, to be honest. It's a tough one. I can kind of give you the worst game based on like every series I've ever played, like deeply. As far as NHL goes, probably any NHL game since they've switched over to new gen. 2K, probably like 2K12 when they first initially took out crew, and then any 2K game in the recent 5 years because it's just changed so much. 2K11 is my favorite, NHL 12 is my favorite, MW2 is my favorite as far as the worst COD ever. To me, it would probably be Advanced Warfare. It's hard because like it's Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare, but I give Advanced Warfare credit because they had the classic mode, but I think I like the maps more in Infinite Warfare. I don't know, it's a toss-up really. Do you think you'd get back into trickshotting? We still kind of trickshot to a point. You know, there's days where we've been sniping a lot on stream on Modern Warfare 2. I love going into a free-for-all and sniping, and naturally when I'm in a free-for-all, I have to trickshot last. If you mean more as like grinding out 6-mans and sitting on the game for 10 hours a day trying to hit a shot super bad, nah, man, I think that time's passed. What I just love doing now and what I live for when it comes to this stuff now is I just enjoy creating content and having a good time, man. I love streaming, going for nukes. I love streaming, trying to snipe. I like streaming when we're playing free-for-all, trying to hit a shot. So like seriously, nah, but definitely casually the enjoyment will always be there. Got weed? I'm sorry, I don't. All right, where are you from and how old are you? Congrats on 4K. You're only going to get bigger and better. It's going to be way faster, man. I pray, dude. I'm just hoping we can continue to grind. That's the only goal. As I always say, I'm just praying we get that one video to blow up to bring in some initial traffic, and I just get my chance. The grind ain't going to stop. We're going to make it happen, y'all. And I just thank you guys so much for sticking with me and giving me the opportunity. But I am 20 years old, 21 on July 11th, and I am from Detroit, Michigan. Favorite COD other than Modern Warfare 2 would have to be Black Ops 2, for sure, without a doubt. Is MW your favorite game? not. In no way would I consider Modern Warfare 2019 a favorite game. And if you mean the original Modern Warfare COD 4, that's sadly a no. Also, because I didn't actually get to play that. My first online COD was Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. But Modern Warfare 2019, it was just like a mid-tier game. There was a lot of stuff they needed to improve on that they didn't. And there was a lot of stuff, I mean, they did good too. I got to give them credit there. But no way are either of the Modern Warfares my favorite game or even close to it. Do I have a GF? I do not. What are the favorite quarantine activities? Doing this, man. Making YouTube videos, streaming, learning. I've been, working on the editing skills the last few weeks and just grinding content. I haven't had this much time to grind content since I was probably 13 to 16 years old. And I'm just trying to take full advantage of it because I know we're never going to get a chance like this again where we're all staying at home for this amount of time. So really been working my hardest to try and create something for myself, have a long lasting opportunity even when this is all over or eventually. And yeah, just content, man. It's been cool to do it every day since it's all started. It's cool that I get to see how much I still love it and still enjoy it and could potentially take it to that next level if that opportunity ever came. To know that I still love it, to do it that much has definitely been super cool to just like find within myself again. It was cool uploading videos every 3 days and doing all that. That was just casual, but like to get back into it, to daily upload, to daily stream, to do it that much and not get burnt out after 2.5 months, it definitely shows that the passion is still there, and I've definitely loved to just know that I still have that. What is your favorite G Fuel flavor? Watermelon. What are 3 things you can't live without? Now, this is actually really hard for me because there's like the realistic approach and the natural, but like 3 things you can't live without, like clothing, housing, and money. Or there's, probably 3 of my favorite things would be like friends/family, I guess, people. You need money to live, and probably YouTube stuff, man. Like, this stuff is actually a huge part of my life, just due to the fact, like I said, I've met so many people. Okay, not so many because it's hard to meet people that get this close, but just multiple people that have become family, and the best friends that I pretty much have, I've met through this. Don't get me wrong, I have my couple, super, super good friends, but it's like, you look at high school, you see people every day, you become like this with them, and it ends, and you guys never talk again. I've met people for almost 4 years ago, and we're still talking every day like we're brothers, like we're family. And this stuff has just led me to the bestest of friends, and it's crazy to think about that. Your young parents don't talk to people online. Okay, I'm sorry, I only grew up to meet like my other family on there. Will you host an MW2 sniper lobby with fans in the future? This would be super cool. Definitely, this could be part of the open lobbies we do every week. We used to do the open lobbies back in 2016. Go to 19 and Trickshot last open lobbies. Now we just kind of consider our open lobbies Mike Meyer lobbies and whatever. But yeah, man, if you ever wanted some OG open lobbies reran on Twitch, I would most definitely be down to do that one day. All right. That is it, y'all, guys. Thank you so much to everybody who submitted a question for the Ask King 4K. Y'all are for real the best. I'm sorry this is long, but like I said, I wanted to make sure I get to everybody's question. Sorry if some of the responses were long. I'm sorry. I just apologize too much, but y'all are for real the best. Thank you guys so much for giving me this little platform and for helping me continue to chase this dream. I wonder where we're going to be in a year from now. That's just the question. Hopefully we're going to add another 0 to that subscriber count. That would be insane, but you never know what could happen. But y'all are for real just the best, and I hope you guys know how much I appreciate it. Thank you guys for sticking with me through all this, especially the few of y'all that have been around for multiple years, through the breaks, through the jump from YouTube to Twitch, back to YouTube, and now doing YouTube and Twitch again like back in the day. Just thank you guys for the constant support. I've been very blessed to build this like family that we call the Kingdom now. My goal since I was young has always been to build a YouTube community. It's like a family, and we're definitely successful so far in doing that. So I hope we can keep that up. I just pray that we can get our chance to do this stuff on a larger scale, and y'all are the best, and I cannot wait for 5K to do the next one. Let's make it happen soon. But nonetheless, it's been KingOfEmAll. Hope you guys have a great day. Be sure to stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.